everyone, it's Mary Beth from MBGray Design. So today I've got a fun project for you. So Hobby Lobby, I think it's like every couple weeks, they've got their wood pile or blank wood stuff on sale 40% off. So I got, these are called square plaques. There's 4 of them and it was $6.49, but 40% off. So I don't know, I paid like $4. So basically like $1 a plaque. I don't think that's that bad. Anyway, what we're going to do, this is going to be fun, I think. It's in my head, going to work out, but I'm going to paint these white. So I'm going to get started painting while I explain what we're going to do. I also bought, actually, let me grab it. I bought these, they're called resin mix-ins from Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure on Amazon or other places, Michael's and stuff, you can get stuff like this. But they're just little glitter mixes. This one's called Bows and Pearls. It's really pretty. This one is called Blue and Lavender Mix. I hope you can see that okay. This one is called Hearts and Butterflies. Ooh, so pretty. And this one is a spring mix. And I thought this was so pretty. And this is the one we're going to use today. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to paint this white. And then once it's dry and everything, we're going to mix up some resin and we're going to top coat it with clear and the resin mix in the spring mix, and do a nice fun top coat. And I think these will be more like coasters is what I'm hoping for at the end of this project. So that's the plan. That's what I'm doing. And I do want to paint even the top part that we're going to cover, just because I'd rather have it have a white background, because you know you're going to see through it. It's going to be clear resin with those mix-ins, so you might see through it a little bit. And if you do, I want it to be a white background. And then I'm going to paint the entire plaque, little square plaques, white. So let me go through and get all 4 of them painted, and then we'll be back. Okay, a couple quick things. I'm not painting the back because I'm going to be putting cork on it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I probably should have sanded them before I painted, and I forgot, but that's okay. After this first coat, I went ahead and gave it a really good sanding because, you know, unfinished wood a lot of times has sharper edges and just, you know, you want to get it nice and smooth. So they've been sanded. Now you could leave them like this and have a little bit of a distressed look, but because we're going to be doing resin with this and that's going to be shiny, I think it's going to look better if it's just a clean, fresh white. So I'm going to give it a second coat now, get that done, and then we'll get the resin going. Okay, we are ready to mix now. So I debated about using tabletop, which I think would work just fine because that's kind of what we're doing. It's just like top coating a coaster. But I'm going to go ahead and just use Fast Cure today. For whatever reason, I like to pour B first. So you know, I think I'll do 4 ounces. It's probably going to be way too much, but that's okay. Oh, well, I guess I'm doing more than 4 ounces. I almost poured 4 of the, I guess we're doing 6 ounces. We're going to have leftover, so we'll make something cute with the leftovers. Why not get it all the way up to 3? It was almost to 3. I don't know what I was saying. I do this every time. I really I always mess up. That's okay. Let's get part A now in, and we'll fill it up to 6. Very carefully, Mary Beth, very carefully. Okay. All right, and I'm using Let's Resin Fast Cure, and I'm using the Let's Resin Mini Mixer, which I do love. So we're going to mix this up for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then what I'm going to do is I'll put it in a cup, and we'll start adding in our resin mix-ins, the spring mix. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got our resin mixed up, so I'm going to pour maybe a few ounces in here to start with. Let's start with that and see where that gets us. I know it looks cloudy. I'm not putting it through the bubble remover because it is Fast Cure, and I'm finding high viscosity like Fast Cure and tabletop. The bubble remover is just not really helping. It's not really doing well in there. So it's very thin coat. I'm hoping whatever bubbles. Plus, we're going to have all this stuff in here. So let's get our mix-ins in here. These are going to be so cute. I don't even think I showed you, but there's little leaves, little flowers, little sequins. Super cute. All kinds of little flowers, different colors. Yeah, this is going to be so sweet. We hope, anyways. We hope. Okay. I like that they call them mix-ins. They're mix-ins, and they do mix in well. All right. So, you know, we're going to see through it, but yet we're going to have a lot of these in here. But you're definitely going to see through. I think I'm going to put a little bit more, and then I think we'll be good. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to, oh gosh, I didn't tape the bottoms. Oh, I got to work really hard to not get it to drip down and underneath. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing a lot of sanding. I'm just going to have to be super duper careful. Make sure to have like a scribe or some type of pointy tool you can use. Let's just try one out here. Are we ready? I don't know why I'm kind of nervous, but I'm kind of nervous. But I'm going to have tons of this, I believe, left over. Okay. Oopsie daisy. Get in the middle there. I don't want it to run over. Man, I hope I didn't put too much on here. I've top coated with just regular resin, but not with a bunch of stuff in it. So this may not work. This may not be a good idea. So learn from me for sure, but we're going to see. We're going to try anyway, because it's such a cute idea. And I'm just kind of bringing that resin to the edge and flicking. And I don't want the resin to go over the edge. So I got to be very, very, very careful here. I think I put too much on. Sorry, I'm kind of concentrating right now. But again, hopefully you can see I'm just flicking on the edge there with my tool here, my pointy tool. Okay. Now I really want to move the sequence and stuff around, but I'm worried that if I do that, it's just going to push things over. You know what I mean? So I may have to just leave it. Okay, there's one down. What do we think? I think it's going to be cute. I'm just going to move that aside, out of the way. I'll just do a couple with you because, you know, it's going to be the same thing. But let's do another one. Maybe not put as much. Try to control this a little bit more. Oh, gosh. As I say that, here we go. All right. Probably should put the lid on my mix-ins because I almost knocked it over. Boy, I'm having some issues today. Oh, that looks like it's a little sequence heart. It's cute. Maybe it was a leaf. I don't know. I got to put the lid on this real quick. That's an accident waiting to happen for sure. Okay. Going around. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, it really doesn't take much at all. Luckily, I'm using the fast cure. Like I said, it's a higher viscosity, so it's thicker, you know, which helps when you're doing this. And it'll cure faster for us, right? So that'll be good. I'll definitely take my lighter to this and try to get bubbles out, because boy, is this full of bubbles. But I'm hoping with, you know, just this thin layer, I don't know, I have a lot of stuff in it, so we might just be stuck with bubbles. I do need to kind of hurry because I also have 2.5 ounces of just regular fast cure without the sequence and stuff sitting in my cup over there. And you only got about a 20-minute work time, so I really do need to continue moving. All right, let me get the other two done and we'll be back. Okay, so I thought I would give you a little update. I filled a little bear and another bear, but all that sequence is sinking to the bottom anyway. So, but that's how I use the rest of it. So here's our coasters. I'm doing a lot of babysitting. These two right here are not behaving well. They keep starting to drip slightly. It's slowed down a lot because I think it's finally getting thicker. And every time they do, I've just had to wipe along the side that it's dripping. And like right now, let me move some of these out of the way. This one is dripping right over here. So I'm just simply wiping it along the side like that. I mean, that's all I can think to do until they get thick enough that they're not going to drip. I think they're, you know, it self-levels. So I think with the amount I put on, it was self-leveling and some of it was dripping over, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. So I'm just doing a little babysitting. Um, Hopefully here soon they'll be thick enough that they won't run anymore. And then, yeah, so I think we're in good enough shape. But my bears, they're going to be funny because all that sequence and little flowers and stuff, I'm sure, sank to the top. And also, I did start a new drip mold. I'm just going to do another jar. And this is going to be the lid, so it's going to sink also. So that's okay. That's okay. All right, so that's where we're at. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, it's the final reveal time. So you already saw the coasters, I think, when they were curing. But all I did was just did some green rhinestones around them just to bring out the little cute green leaves in there. So yeah, I thought it's so shiny and sparkly. I thought they turned out cute. I did forget to put the cork on, so I'm gonna I have square cork, so I'll put that on the back. If you don't have that, you could always use like little felt bumpers or something, but I will definitely get the cork put on the back. And then I I completely forgot that all the sequence mixture would sink. So of course it sunk to this little bear's head, but I think it still turned out cute. So I went ahead and finished her up and just put a little bow on there, gave her some earrings and some bling on her little paws, her feet or whatever. So there's that bear. And then we had this one, which it sunk too, but not as much because it didn't have as much room. But it turned out cute. And I think I unmolded this one. So I might as well show you this one too. So these cute little bears. So anyways, yeah, that is the project for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I would love for you to join my little YouTube family. And yeah, don't forget about the coupon codes in the description box, as well as my email. If you are interested in any of my demos or would like to place a custom order, please feel free to reach out to me. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling,